Hi there guys, and welcome back to episode 17 of Once Upon a Time in Blackpool Season 2. And just to get straight into a bit of drama, a bidding wars broke out for Jak Alnwick. Luckily he did speak to us and we got a bid in. My concern is he's got other bids in from other clubs as well, and I think they've offered more money. So this could be an episode where we have to face the music a bit, and we might be losing Jak Alnwick. He will start in our games going forward. We've got some goal rushes to take you through and catch you up, and during the goal rushes we'll know more about his future with the club. Hopefully, if I can give an impassioned speech, Jak, you've been superb for us. We're looking like we're pushing on for the playoffs. Consider sticking with us. We'll look after you. We've given you a decent deal for good money. He will become our highest earner at the club. He is really my Kasper Schmeichel. He is so solid. I really want to keep him. So fingers crossed, guys. This is quite an emotional moment. We could lose one of our little dots of awesomeness, but hopefully, come on, Jak. You know you want to stay with us. Anyway, let's take you to some goal rushes. Right, let's take you through the first goal rush. Now, as you can see, it was a disappointing 1-1 draw at home with Peterborough after we smashed them away 6-1 in the season. We'll quickly take you through the goals now. As you can see, we had to change things up a little bit. I wanted to try a few things out. They took the lead here very early on. Ravel Morrison with a corner across. James Bree with an unbelievable strike on his right-hand foot there on 2 minutes. As you can see, though, another set piece down the other end. We managed to bundle in an equaliser. We were absolutely equal. Diaby with the first strike block. Prochenko with his first goal of the season. Right place and right time. But that was all she wrote. The rest of the game, it was really end to end, as you can see from the shots. I think, interestingly enough, the formations we played up against each other didn't fit as well. Peterborough stuck with the formation they played earlier in the season. We stuck with our new Christmas tree style one, and it seemed to not play as well against the teams that say the 4-3-2-1 or whatever, or the 4-2-3-1. So subsequently, yeah, it wasn't a great result, but anyway, it pushed us on to some news now. We've also got, if I quickly take you through, and unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to Jak Alnwick at the end of this season, I believe, unless we can get him back on loan. He has signed a new deal with Rangers, ironically, for less money than what we offered him, ladies and gentlemen. So that kind of shows you where we're at with that. Perhaps they've promised him the option to play in their first team next year. He's had a great few years. I'm so disappointed that we couldn't sign him down on that deal. Goodness me, we offered him 9,500 a week, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's been a bit of a mistake there. But we're going to stick with him to the end of the season. He has been that good for us. He's an important part of our team, and we'll look at the goalkeeper situation now in the summer. We have, however, made one transfer move, and as you can see on screen, we're about to confirm Will Volks is going to join us from Cardiff City. He's going to cost us £75,000 up front with a load of bonuses here that might eventually rise to around 225. He is a great player. Look at his stats, all well rounded, not the quickest, but a tank. He's a younger Jay Spearing, which is what I've been looking for, really. If we can improve his tackling and marking, we can really make him into a hell of a prospect for us. And with the new formation, as we accept here, it is really going to give us one more option in that midfield option as well, which means we are quite overloaded there with 5 or 6, but I think we need that, bearing in mind the amount of games we've got to play between now and the end of the season, and our desire to try and compete to get into the playoffs, which actually took a bit of a hit with that draw. But we have got Nottingham Forest next in the goal rush to look forward to, so hopefully we could turn things back around. There's one other bit of transfer news. You might notice on screen, Miles Bolly, the backup goalkeeper, who is our homegrown option, which we need on the bench because we need to have one homegrown player. He's going to go out on loan to Billericay. He came to me very upset how he's not getting any football at all. And in all fairness, we're putting Howard in goal, and he really is the backup goalkeeping option on the bench at all times. So I got that. So what we've done is we've gone back and recalled Brendan O'Brien as well, who can come in and sit on the bench for us. He's not brilliant, but he has got a decent potential ability. He did feature for us once or twice last year. 5 games last year he had a look in for us. So he will sit on the bench and take that position away, which means then Howard will go into the backup keeper. There's ways around it we can make this work, and we felt trying to also develop Bonnie as well. He's looking like a decent keeper in his own right with good potential ability. At 21, it's time to let him go play some football, and it will be first team football at Billericay, so it's definitely worth the while. In our second goal rush, we got another 1-1 draw, and this one was very similar to the Peterborough game. We went 1-0 down after a minute, and then we got a late equaliser in this one. But apart from the early goal from Nottingham Forest, we watched the goals in the 3D. We really didn't. They didn't have us under the cosh or anything. They worked very hard, but couldn't do a lot. Graben really did tilt there and managed to finish off emphatically after 30 seconds, very similar to the Leeds game. The equaliser came down at that end later on in the game, 85th minute. Darnell Johnson was our man in this one. He had a superb game at right back. attack. Really, everything of quality was coming through him. What a ball across. Mark Boller with the absolute passion to win the header against his defender, and he absolutely buried it to get the point. We really deserved to win the match, in all fairness. There was an offside goal as well you're about to see here, literally after we equalised. Olsen played a ball across. Graben with a great finish. Luckily, he was flagged offside to give us the draw. As you can see from the stats, Forest did have a lot of shots on target. Alnwick had a good game. We had a lot of shots, a lot on target. They had a lot of woodwork saving moments where, I mean, people like Beecham and Virtue all hit the post and crossbar in the first half. Nottingham Forest really tried to work very hard to try and break us down, and they had their one or two moments, but apart from that, I would say we were the better team. This formation is still really helping us move forward in spite of these two results. But now the FA Cup for fourth round is going to be an interesting one to see how we can get on this. Hopefully they might rotate a bit whole because they're in and around us in the league table, and I wouldn't mind getting a big draw. Right, and here we go with FA Cup fourth round action now. We're going to stick with this formation despite the last two games. We still dominated games. I wonder if this is the game now we're looking at it live, if it will just, raise us up a bit more. And it's against a more of a formation where it seems to do quite well. So we've gone for Alnwick today. Howard has got flu. He has gone home. Bonnie's gone out on loan. So Kellett comes in on the bench as well, the young goalkeeper for us. We've got Turton, Suarez, Faber and Sai. Rotation, obviously, bearing we've got league games coming up in very quick succession. Diaby Virtue and Will Volks comes in, number 5, making his debut after his transfer signing from Cardiff. Kent comes in trying in this position today. It's not his natural position. Let's give him a go. He's still got some great stats, see if he can utilise them in this role. Kaputska and Delfonso. Delfonso, surprisingly, obviously not been the main striker recently with Ryan Hardy, who's getting the rest today. We've still got a strong bench with Mana, Palmer, Prochenko and Spearing. We come up against a very strong Hull City team who've got 4-2-3-1, Ingram, Dewika, Burke, McDonald, Lehage, Henriksen, Batty, Bowen, Irvine, Grozicki and Rui Fonte up front, who has scored against us already this season, I believe. We certainly are going to give the fans something to cheer today. That does not get much of a response. I'm going to have to think about how to get some more of these team talks as we give them the George Michael here. Head to the tunnel for FA Cup fourth round day. We're up against a clearly good team. It's going to be a tough 90 minutes. We don't play well. Mana is being rested at the minute. He's being rested as well as Herbie Kane. We've got it in 3D at the minute. I'm just going to change this back. Once again, put in the comments if you prefer it in 3D, because we can do these things, it can happen. So, we just got to talk about it. Anyway, we get it underway now as here come Blackpool against Hull City. It's slightly slow, is it? No, we're going to go with it, or maybe slightly quicker. Go slightly quicker now. Zaruna Sarr on the left, plays it across to Delfonso, turns and strikes. McDonald there with a clearance of Hull early doors. We got off to bad starts in the last few games. That's put us under a lot of pressure early doors, and I really want to see in this one if we can actually take the initiative early. Bowen across now, Burke with a strike. Bodies on the line there, early doors for Blackpool. Very, very needed though, as it would have been in the back of the net. Hull City looking like they have got the passion to come and have a go at us in this one. They have gone for a very strong team for them as well, so that is something we're going to have to worry about. Luckily with Alnwick and Guy, I feel slightly more confident that we're going to be able to stop the Grzyckis and the Fontes as well. They've also got Fraser Campbell on the bench, is a decent option at this level. 15 minutes in low, and overall we're having the shots here. None on target yet, but we do encourage the team to have more strikes from distance now, trying to utilise more the Herbie Kanes and Kabutskas. Corner across now from Kent, cleared away. Virtue plays up to Volks. Volks on his first start for the club. Getting my words all tangled up there as he tangles a shot towards the left-hand post, nearly curves in, just goes wide. A sign of intent there from the new signing from Cardiff. Alnwick now plays a ball down to Turton, who's going to spread the play here and add the width. Virtue in the box-to-box roll today, so Herbie Kane is rested. Haruna Sai with the ball across, dealt with well by the Hull City defence as they try and launch a counter-attack now. Cas Faber lets it go for Alnwick. Good communication there as he pushes forward in a sweeper-keeper role. Kaputska down to Turton. Can we find the ball? We can. How did Ingram save that? It was literally on the line from Nathan Delfonso. Maybe a sharper Delfonso would have finished it. Corner now to Hal Grzycki with a thunderbolt over the crossbar, over the right-hand side. We go a bit wider now, trying to find something now. Grzycki, though, picks the ball up very well against Turton. He is the danger man for Hull, isn't he? He's got international experience. Bowen with the header there, the young option. Doesn't get it on target, luckily for us, but he's got the enthusiasm to really cause us some concern down that side. The Weaker now is going to come forward and play a long ball. Rui Fonte trying to get the end of it. Cas Faber's pace is doing the job so far. Delfonso now picks the ball up and holds it off to Haruna Sai. Kent now coming forward. Can we unlock this defence here? Can we play through them and find the strike? We can. It's gone to Turton, but Turton took his should have taken a bit more time. He had a bit more space. Probably could have run it down and crossed it across for a goal. Instead turned and hit it on his weaker foot. Puts it wide. We're going to get towards the half-time whistle here. It's really been all us first half. Very encouraging. Not really got up to firing standard yet, but it's Blackpool 0, Hull 0. We'll head to the dressing room now. Assertively, I'm not happy. Let's see what we can do. Go straight back out there into the action here. I don't want to make any changes yet. As you saw, we've got a slightly rotated option, still with quality dotted in and about, trying different things out and trying to see how we get on now. It's good to see we ain't got any bookings in that half as well. This is a team up at around our level, but if we're doing well and winning the tackles now against them and not getting those 6 or 7 yellow cards a game, that is a step in the right direction because we're still tackling hard. Delfonso's in here early doors. Haruna Sai with a chance as well. Good block from Darwika there. Delfonso turns his man, plays it across. No one waited. Kaputska from distance. Fartos Kaputska. I said Fartos Kaputska. He's made the goalkeeper look a bit silly there. What a goal that is. Second goal of the season. It's taken him a long time to get off and running this year, the Leicester loanee. But when he does score, my God, does it count. It comes down. What a takedown. Absolutely smashes it low and hard along the wet turf. Absolutely flies past Ingram. He had a great save from Delfonso earlier. Can't make a great save there. Blackpool 1, Hull City 0. Kaputska steps up and makes himself counted there. We're going to have to consider some changes perhaps. Kent's not done well in that whole position, which was always my concern with changing the formation. Ben, when he was our main left option and was causing a lot of the trouble with that formation. Sometimes you've got to make hard decisions in life when you're a football manager. Grzycki comes forward now at Hull, looking to try and bring the game back into their reach a bit now. He's got a chance and he has scored. It was a great assist from Darwika. He could have flashed it over the crossbar. Instead, he dinked the ball through. Back to Grzycki, he was waiting. We're going to head to the 3D here. Grzycki with a nice chip ball across into the danger zone. Rui Font took it down. Faber with a good tackle. Unfortunately, Darwika used his intelligence. Grzycki there managed to beat Turton back, who was still higher up the pitch. 4th goal of the season for him. Blackpool 1, Hull 1. Was it onside? I think it massively was. Yes, it was. We'll skip the rest. Right. Let's look at some changes now. Kaputska's played really well. Kent's not so well. Let's get Casey Palmer on now, see what he can do. Will Volks has not had a brilliant game. I'm going to do a little trick I like to do. They're both deep line playmakers. Let's swap them around, see if that makes much of a difference. Do I want to get Jay Spearing on as well? Do you know what? Jordan Thompson, come on, have a box-to-box role, my son. He is my super sub that I can play in a lot of places. A bit of a Milner or a Fabian Delph sort of player. He can come on as a left-back, as an attacking mid, as a left midfielder, as a box-to-box, as a ball winner. He's got all the options under his belt, Jordan Thompson. Can he get that goal today to take us through to the FA Cup 5th round and perhaps a big money tie? Delfonso now picks the ball up. Casey Palmer scores his first goal of the season. Just like just like Bartosz Kaputska. Slow off the mark so far. The 3D will show he finally found that bit of composure. I think he's been overhitting it in a lot of his chances this year. Delfonso with a nice little poke pass. Palmer with a nice little finish. Keeper's looking the wrong way. We love it when that happens in FM. Blackpool 2, Hull City 1. We are starting to turn it on now. Let's demand some more and try and see if we can finish this off. We don't want to replay. We've got enough games to contend with. Although saying that, we do have more numbers than most, which is at least something. Anyway, now we've got a chance now perhaps to make it free with 15 minutes to go. Turton across. Haruna Sai hits it. Unfortunately, it's rising. Mark Boller might have found the top corner there, but Haruna Sai is really performing better as this season goes on. We've put the faith behind. We've gone, Haruna, we know it's going to take a bit of time. You've got the skills to do this position. Go out there and do this now. Hull trying to get the equaliser there. They're still into this contest. Leharge coming inside along with Stewart. Plays it down to Darwika, who's got the width now. He plays the ball across to Campbell. Good save from Anik. Anik has to get down low to his left hand side and make the absolutely instinctive save. Volks with a clearing header from the corner. Hull City still looking like they want an FA Cup run here. Rui Fonte now back to Burt. The highlight continues surprisingly. Duffy on the rebound strike, goes over the crossbar. Luckily it's a goal kick. Right, we need to make another change in a minute, but we've got to highlight again first. Wari Suarez here with 5 minutes to go. Sai, we see Huller in the middle here trying to stop the crosses and trying to win the headers. Delfonso at the near post. That was a great opportunity. Nathan's not been sharp. It's probably my fault for giving Ryan a few more games, but when he's been scoring goals, what else can you do as a football manager than back those players? We're going to make another change here, a couple of minutes to go. Haruna Sai's looking a bit tired. I don't think I want to get him off though. Turton's looking tired. Haven't really got the options to do it there. Oh, do I want to mess around the defence as well? Cas Faber. Oh, this is tough decision making. Right, Delfonso off for Manor. Let's not do anything apart from put a target man on to try and win those clearing headers. Maybe that could be the difference here with 4 minutes of added time now. Anyway, Hull City pushing on. We're going to demand some more here. I love demanding more, as you know. We're really building this relationship with our players now. Mannor's lost the ball and Campbell was in. Oh, and that's the danger they possess. And then I saw Fraser Campbell coming on. That's what I was worried about. We got 30 seconds of the added time left now. Can we hold on and get through to the FA Cup 5th round? What a ball to Mannor. Turton with the strike now and Ingram with the save. That was a great counter-attack. Hull City really caught flat on their feet there. They had it all covered, but they weren't quick enough to get to the ball. The passion of Blackpool there, trying to make sure our attack is the best form of defence in the last few moments. Turton now back to Alnwick. Great ball forward. Burke now with a clearing header. Kaputska's going to find the space. He doesn't need to do anything. The final whistle goes. We come back to you live action with a win. Blackpool 2, Hull City 1. A good win, boys. Well done. I'm going to say to Bartosz Kaputska, the second half was much better. Well done. Because he found that goal which took us where we needed to go. So absolutely delighted that we're through in the FA Cup 4th round. We've got the 5th round draw, which we will come back to in the next episode with. But we edge out our opponents. We received £90,000. We're going to send Quinton today to the press conference because it's probably on the BBC, and we're going to have a quick look at the schedule now. Yeah, so as we talked about before, we got a couple of massive games coming up next. That's why I had a bit of rotation. We got in 5 days time, or 7 days time, sorry, Cardiff City away, and they are in 7th place and we're in 10th in the Sky Bet Championship. One of those games like the Fulham one where we really want to push on, and we have created this little cluster now by beating those teams like the Fulhams around us, and also that win against Hull. God, wouldn't we have liked that in the league? That would have been fantastic. So can we beat Cardiff and then start chasing down the Brentford, Swanseas and Brightons, who we have got to play at the end of the season, as you can see. So it really could build into a roller coaster of trying to make a playoff place really happen. So we're going to go to a double header next time, Cardiff and Birmingham, and I think then we'll also look at how we're going to finish off the transfer window, bearing in mind we've got a few days to go and still a little bit of money to play with. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the latest episode of Once Upon a Time Blackpool. We are racing towards the end of the season. We have just got the transfer window just to finish off, and then we're going to have a real push towards a playoff place and see if we can end the series on a high. Obviously, if we end up getting promoted to the Premier League, the series will carry on. But obviously, with Football Manager 2020 around the corner, the second series of Blackpool looks like it will be its last at the minute. But let's get some push behind it and see where we can do, you know. Because if we do get to the Premier League, I will do something special with this save in spite of FM20. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please go and follow me on Twitter where you can get all the latest news and behind the scenes stuff when it comes to FM303. It's at FM3032. You'll see the link on screen now. And we'll see you next time, once again at 7 o'clock tomorrow for some more Blackpool action as we got some double header league. Well, trouble really. My God, this is getting exciting. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.